Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. It's 9:01 a.m. in Mexico, and I'm feeling inspired today. I'm feeling really inspired. I had a few conversations with three good friends today, Nathan, J. Sol, and Red Pill Monkey. Basically, all about the same topics: consciousness, God, the universe, and it's been a very productive morning in regards to talking about incredibly important sacred topics. Buenos dias from sunny Glasgow. How's Glasgow, mate? Other than being sunny, friends and family said they've been happy recently. All in England with the weather. It's amazing the power of the sun, energy, how it makes you feel, the endorphins it releases. It's one of the gifts of living in Mexico for me. Yeah, England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, when the weather's nice, amazing places to be, for sure. You go in the beer garden, you hang out, you go to the park, get an ice cream, everyone's walking around with a shirt off, which is not always a good thing, looking at a lot of people's bodies in England, but hey, happy face, man. How you doing, brother? Great guy. So, I don't think there'll be many people in this live today. Hopefully people will watch it later. I don't often go live at this time. Basically what it is, this morning I was supposed to be coaching a private class at 6:30 a.m. Hey Tobin, 6:30 in the morning. Because yesterday I was supposed to be coaching the kid, but he had a birthday party and his dad was like, but he's really sad because he don't want to miss a class. So I said, let's do it Friday morning before he goes to school. So we set that up. And last night, the dad had to cancel because he went to a party and it wasn't going to work. And I still woke up at like 5 a.m. Not because I couldn't sleep, because I thought I was going to coach. And the dad still paid me, which was incredible. He didn't have to do that. So he still paid me. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get up. I went for a bike ride. I went for a beautiful breakfast. I was working on my book and put my Patreon content up, and it's like 9 o'clock. So what an incredibly productive start to my day. When I woke up, it's like, oh, we can't have the class today. I was like, oh, great. But like I said, he's paying me, and it all worked out. I got my bike fixed up. It's like a brand new bike now. So that's good. I love cycling. I think cycling's amazing. So Happy Faceman said we're having some great spring weather. Now we're here in England. Good, enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Don't stay inside watching TV, playing your video games when the weather's beautiful. Go out and embrace it. Have a picnic. Can't beat a picnic, can you? I used to always play tennis when the weather was nice in England. Easy, John. I always appreciate your compliments. Keep it simple, and I like that. Just good video. Boom. Much love to you, Jeremiah. Thank you. I'm your favorite YouTuber. Thank you. It's still strange people saying things like that to me because I didn't get into this to. But I did want to inspire, I guess. But it was also an opportunity for me to like vent. It was an opportunity where I could vent and just speak and then put it out there. I didn't think so many people would be interested in what I had to say. But to be fair, each passing day I grow in regards to my knowledge. So maybe that's why people appreciate what I'm doing. 14 in the live, 4 likes. It's my birthday coming up, 14-4. God bless you, mate. God bless you. Adam, is Zach talking about you when he says he isn't giving you a shout out because you are not honest? I don't know. Zach's taken the time to call me a few times. He's told me I have the potential to be the best coder in the community. We had a great chat. I don't know who he's talking about. If he's talking about me, I'd hope he'd have the balls to say it, but I didn't hear that. Easy, Gabby. Gabby Mark Beard, one of my best mates. Not seen him in a long time, but one of the funniest guys you'll meet. Just ruthlessly honest, intelligent guy, good footballer. We used to be obsessed over FPL. He still plays it. It's like every season is like unbelievable at it. I don't play it anymore because I don't give my attention to the Premier League at all, other than coding games. But he's a great guy. He's from England. Then he went out to the US like I did. He went to coach and he met a beautiful woman, got married. He's got a couple of kids. He lives in San Francisco, where you go for Starbucks. It's like $80 for a Frappuccino and a muffin. But he's a really good guy. I appreciate you listening, mate. So yeah, 517. I don't know who Zach's talking about. If he's aiming it at me that I'm not honest, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Arguably one of the most honest people going. Speak my mind. I say what I believe in. I'll call people out. I don't pussyfoot around anybody. And I put out content that a lot of other people are too scared to put out. Like the stuff I'm saying about celebrities being inverted. I'm not doing that for entertainment value, even though I'm pretty funny at the way I put it across. I'm doing it because I'm pissed off that we've been deceived. And a lot of people won't accept it, and fair enough. That's up to them. But again, every day I try and get better and better at revealing stuff in a clear and concise way where it's hard to argue. And I'll do that with celebrities who I think are inverts, which I think is pretty much all of them. And if you don't want to agree with it, just don't. That's fine. No worries. Not going to hurt my ego. Zach is a fake truther and Adam is a real truther. I don't think Zach's a fake truther. I've said my piece about Zach. I think Zach does a great job. I don't think he's fake. I used to think he was fake. I called him out for being fake, and I think I was wrong. So again, I put my hand up. I don't think he is. I was pretty naive. And I'm not going to say anything bad about him again. And if he wants to call me out, I don't think he will. But if he does, he can do it. Whatever. I know who I am. I don't need to justify it to him or anybody in the chat. I know who I am. Clow. Love Clow. Hope you're enjoying that weather in Ireland. Clow's got the, I don't know if I should say sexiest voice, but her voice, every time I hear her speak, makes me smile. Maybe not sexy. I don't think I should use that term. She just has a warm voice when she speaks. And I appreciate Clow a lot. She's a very chilled out person. She lives in Ireland. And I know she's enjoying the weather. Chigozi, legend. Yeah, well, Chigozi and I, are we mates? Have we ever met? No. We've spoken to each other once. We communicate occasionally through message. And I've just always liked him. And I think I always will. If I met him in person, I think it would be incredible. I believe one day we will. Morning, Javi. Yeah, I woke up really early. 5, but I went to bed early as well. I'm starting to figure out my sleeping patterns. I got up to coach. Didn't happen. Still got paid for it. Had a really productive morning. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go back to bed now. No, not at all. And today at 4 o'clock from 4 till 6 for a cheeky 46, I'm going to be coaching a birthday party. 7-year-old. There's going to be 8 kids, and I'm just going to be coaching them for 2 hours. That'll be fun, because I remember when I was a kid, my dad did that. But he didn't actually hire a coach. He just got a field, and it was like, just play football with your friends. And it was like a dream. Playing football with my friends, cake, food, music, done. Simple, cheap. So I'm going to be doing that later, and then I'm teaching English to Lily, who's improving every day with me. She's a woman who works in a resort, and she just wants to get to the next level with her English, because obviously it's very important when you live in a place that relies on tourism. Could you decode figure skating? I'm sure I could, because it's all rigged. Never, ever attempted to decode figure skating. Can you even bet on that? I'm sure you can. You can bet on practically anything. I can look into it. I don't know when it is, but I guess I can look into it. I love tennis. This is Tobin, not me, although I do love tennis. I won district in Dallas when I was 12 and took lessons at Desert Inn 7 years before Andre Agassi did in Vegas. I'm glad I skipped my lessons and shot pool instead at the MGM. Oh, I love pool as well. I love pool. Grew up with a pool table in my cellar or basement, wherever you're from. And pool's an amazing, do you call it a sport or is it a skill? I've always questioned that with things like pool and snooker and darts. Is it a sport or just a skill? I don't know, but I love them. All of them. Birthday party in Mexico is a religious thing. Well, I don't think it is. And you know where I live, Javi, there's people from the US, Canada, all over. They might do a religious thing in the morning. I'm going to talk heavily about religion today and about God. And I think everyone's going to be able to connect with what I'm saying, even if they don't believe in God or even if they're not religious. I'll do that in a moment. I'm just going through your comments. Dan said my decodes are brilliant. Thank you. I work hard on them. And it just happens. Like, what was crazy yesterday is I did my decode about Saka testing positive for COVID, all by the numbers. And then a few hours later, Italy lost to Macedonia, and it was all connected to Saka and the Euro 2020 final. And obviously, Saka missed the decisive penalty. So it just happened. I went on Sky Sports. I saw the Saka thing. I thought, okay, I've got to look into that. He's been involved in so many rituals over the last 18 months. And then it connected to Italy going out. I'm not going to go deep into why Italy went out. I did a video about it. But come on, guys. They won the Euros recently, 257 days ago. And then they get beat by Macedonia. Again, late drama, breaking the hearts of the Italian fans. The guy who scored played for Paloma. He used to play for Paloma, and that game was in Paloma. Like, it's just a joke at this point. I don't know who's writing these scripts, if it's the universe or whatever, but they're becoming more and more obvious. Red Monkey, this guy is an inspiration to me. Probably won't like me saying that because he likes to stay under the radar, but he was the one who inspired me to do the video about all of these celebrities being trans, because he's looked really deep into it. Studied the human anatomy, which inspired me to start doing it, even though I did learn about the anatomy at university with sports science. So it said, it blows my mind there are so many people who have zero faith. Nature alone is enough evidence to confirm intelligent design. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it is. I'm going to get into all of that in a moment, mate. What else we got? Good day, all. How are you doing? Read the story of our true creators, the Anunnakis, you will understand more through that. Okay, I'll do that. Not right now, but thank you. Cloud takes the sexy compliment in regards to her accent. I'm glad you're loving the sunshine. What else have we got? We can only decode the illusion, the lie, reality, the truth is undefined and beyond the carnal mind of man. Amazing, Sean. Yeah, I decode the illusion. Okay, where we've been used and abused by the elite and their time is up. I can feel it. I know I can. I can feel it. These dreams I've been having, I told you, I had that dream the other night where a voice came in my head saying, you are more powerful than you'll ever know. You all are. It just inspired me. I had some weird ass dream last night about a tiger, and the tiger attacked me. And I stood up to the tiger and started stroking it. And then me and the tiger became best friends. But the motherfucking tiger cut me with its big ass nail on my toe. It was really strange. So dreaming about a tiger, I think it's because I was having a conversation about Tiger Woods with somebody. They want me to look into the Masters, who's going to win it, which I'll do. So that was crazy. Now I'm actually going to sleep at a reasonable hour. I'm having these really vivid dreams and I'm enjoying them, to be honest. How can I contact you? Comments on YouTube, email, where I, in all my descriptions now, I leave my PayPal, which has my email, and that's the email where I'll respond, but I can't always promise I'll respond because I'm getting overloaded with messages now through Patreon, email, WhatsApp, comments on YouTube, this, that, and the other. You can contact me on Patreon if you signed up to that. I always respond, but you can also contact me via my email. I'll do my best to respond. Stephen, how you doing? I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm having a very productive morning. I like that. I don't like getting up and just laying and lounging in bed. It's not in me. I can't do that. Torval and Dean, yeah, I should definitely look into those Jesuits, shouldn't I? If we're talking about ice skating. How come Ronaldo jumps so high, runs so fast, and he is an invert? I do believe in demonic entities. If you believe in God and they believe in the devil and there's demons, there's angels, I think they can be possessed. You always hear the commentators saying Ronaldo's playing like a man possessed. He's out of this world. You hear that all the time. I've heard players and coaches say that about him. But I do believe Ronaldo was born genetically a female. I think pretty much every top celebrity is an invert, and I do. And when you really look into it, it's not that difficult to process. At the beginning, it's incredibly difficult. Because like you think, wait, how can Messi be born a woman? He's the best player in the world and men are way better than women at sports. Well, he gets pumped with all sorts of testosterone and whatever else they're putting in them. And like I said, demonic entities. Sounds a lot to process, but that's what I think. That is my truth. And you've got to find the truth from within. I'm not saying I'm right. I'll just speak what I feel. Simple as that. People agree, people disagree, fine. But these inverts, guys, I'm telling you, like Red Pill Monkey said, once you see it and accept it, you'll never change your view. You've had people like Megan Fox admitting that she's a man in an interview. I'm a man. She said that. Megan Fox. Foxes deceive people, don't they? Like the cunning fox in Pinocchio. Fox in Pythagorean numerology is 666. The Fox is Leicester, who won the Premier League in 2016. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So I do believe they are. I don't know how it's all being done, but it's being done. What about Ian Wright, who I've called out to be an invert? The guy who was playing Sunday League football in his 20s and then gets a full-time contract with Crystal Palace. He just goes from Sunday League to Crystal Palace, and now he's married to a bloke. Like, I wonder what he agreed to do to get that contract. Once you sign that contract, you're signing a deal with the devil. You've heard multiple celebrities say that. People just ignore it, and that's up to them. Look at the last fight from Paddy the Baddy when he takes his opponent in clinch to knock out. You see Vampire T from the other. Look before they delete that. Interesting. Not even aware of that fight. Our spirit is part of the creator being the ocean. We are drops of the ocean of consciousness. Amazing, happy face, man. Do you think Lewandowski is an invert too? Yes, I've said all top stars are, in my opinion. I do believe that. And I think Lewandowski is a Nazi. Say he plays for Poland, I think he's a Nazi. Right now, it's 16-16, 25-3, 2022. Nice 16. I did that video about Italy going out. It's all connected to number 16. You can tell a man from a woman by the Adonis belt every time. Yep. Hips. Hey, Reese. Hips, forehead. A lot of women have small foreheads. Guys have bigger foreheads. The hips, the way they walk is a big giveaway. You see, all these celebrity guys have said it. They always seem to have their legs crossed because they don't have a pair of bollocks. You'll see the Johnny Depps, DiCaprios, Ricky Gervais, Beckhams. They always have their legs crossed. I don't know any guy who consistently does that. Like, people always have a go at me in the back of the car because I sit with my legs like far apart. They're like, close your legs. I'm like, no, my balls. I'm not saying I've got massive balls or anything, but they're not small, put it that way. But again, I don't ever sit with my legs crossed, man. It says in the Old Testament, they will not succeed. These are the words from the Most High himself. They won't. Their time's up. Well, it's not up. It's coming to an end. It's not up. It's coming to an end. Tell you what's sick of me with the inverts. Johnny Rotten of Sex Pistols fame is an invert. Absolutely. He was in Celebrity Big Brother as well, wasn't he? I wouldn't be surprised if everybody who's been in Celebrity Big Brother is an invert. Like Mark Owen from Take That. Such a female. Could it be magic now? Shut up, Mark Owen, you little invert. All the members of Take That, including Robin Williams, who found Angels, aka Lucifer, his most iconic song, Angels. I'm loving Angels instead. You're loving Lucifer instead. Follow a couple of folk on Twitter and his walk, gait, and face size. Yeah, the gait gives it away. The gait is referring to how they walk. You get some gay guys walking like women because they're going out of the way to do it, but it's so unnatural. The regular guy can't walk the way these people like DiCaprio, Depp. Just watch the way they walk. Watch the gait. Just look out for that stuff. Study anatomy a little bit. Everything, guys, we can access on the internet. You can find it. One of the most beautiful things about the internet is just most people don't go looking for it. They don't go searching. They wait for people to give them the information instead of going out there and finding it themselves. It's all there. Even if you take the Gematria aspect out, the unbelievable things that happen in sports is too much. Mistakes that high school teams wouldn't make. Yeah. There's so many ridiculous errors week in, week out, late goals, which should be a red flag for people. Again, like that Macedonia game, 92nd minute against Italy. It's breaking the hearts of the Italian fans. I've been calling out pro sports for a while now. The numbers help, Gematria helps, but a lot of the time it goes over people's heads because they're not aware of how sacred Gematria is. It truly is sacred. And I did write about it a little bit in my book. People said, you should do a whole book on Gematria. But again, Zach Hubbard's done that. I do codes every single day, high level. I can't put them all in a book. It'd get boring. So I'm going to talk about Kobe in it, because if it wasn't for Kobe, I probably wouldn't have got into Gematria. So I talk about him heavily. A lot of people mocked me because I used to talk about Kobe. Those same people who mocked me are now using Kobe in the decodes. Yeah, Gematria, it changed my life, guys. And I would never have discovered it if I wasn't writing this book. The practice of Gematria, it's so stimulating, it's exciting. And I just want more and more people to be excited by it. It's not the be-all, end-all. It doesn't give you the key to the universe by understanding Gematria. I don't code every single game correctly. It's not how it works. But my God, I've learned so much and grown so much. Whereas people are watching Netflix or professional sports, I'm studying, I'm reading, I'm coding, I'm asking questions, I'm getting closer to God through consciousness, which is what I want to focus on here. Hey, Owen, this is a war on women. Yeah, the elites, Lena, hate women. They hate them. The only reason they give women the rights to vote is because they wanted to give them more rights so they could go working and stuff like that, so they could tax more people and they could break up the family unit, which has happened. More and more women now care more about their career than their family. I don't care what people say about that. Or at least they give more time and energy to their career than their family. Maybe they care more about the family, but they give more energy and time to their career. I don't think that used to happen. So yeah, these people at the top, and they're going to come down. What comes up must come down. I'm telling you, there's people at the top of the pyramid. They hate women. They hate black people. It's so obvious. But they'll act like they care about women. Like, for example, if Hillary Clinton would have become the president, she didn't, did she? But it's a bloke. If Kamala Harris replaces Biden, strong possibility that'll happen. Kamala Harris is a bloke. So you're not getting a woman president. You're getting a bloke pretending to be a woman. For whatever reason, they hate women. And it's women who bring life into this world. Men help with that. But it's women who have to go through 9 months before they give birth. 9. That amazing number, the number of completion. That's why it takes 9 months to give birth. So yeah, they hate women, and I don't get it. But these Satanists are just sick in the head, aren't they? They're sick in the head. Yeah, Venus, Serena Williams, the Williams brothers, so blatantly blokes. Like, it's not even funny at this point. I'm not even I used to laugh when I'd say that. I'm like, it's so blatant that they're blokes. So blatant. Did you hear about the travel warning? No, I didn't. And I'm not going to fall for these travel warnings. They just try and scare you. They're desperate. Okay, their time is coming to an end. I'm just going to be patient. When they say patience is a virtue, patience is a virtue. Okay, I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I know these people are going to lose. During my awakening at the beginning, I thought we were doomed. I thought we were screwed. I thought there was nothing we could do. But I believe in the Creator. I believe in the universe. And I believe that these people have had their time and the time is coming to an end. Okay? I keep saying professional sports in 5 or 10 years, they won't exist and we won't care anymore because we'll find other things to do. We won't care about Hollywood. That's why they keep going on about cancel culture. CC, by the way, like 33. CC, cancel culture. No, cancel idolizing celebrities. Don't cancel culture. I'm friends with musicians, artists, incredible performers, athletes. Might not be professional. Don't cancel culture. I love going to the art walk in San Jose every Thursday. Well, not every Thursday. I'm not cancelling culture. Culture's incredible. Sharing our gifts with the world is incredible. Just, I'm done with this whole celebrity bullshit. I'm done with it. I'll never go back to it. I don't care about celebrities. I would never. People telling me, you just want to be a celebrity. You want to be a famous YouTuber. Shut your mouth. These famous YouTubers, they're inverted. They've sold their souls. Okay? You don't get to the top of YouTube either without doing that. So I'm never going to be a famous YouTuber. So again, when you understand all of this, you see who's in this for the right reasons and who's not. If I get a major following, guys, just unsubscribe from me. If I get more than 100,000 people unsubscribe from me, they're not going to allow that to happen because they fear the truth. And I'm one of the genuine ones. And I'm not a fake truther like David Icke or Joe Rogan or Russell Brand. I'm the real deal, a normal person who's found truth because I found God, because I found consciousness. And that's what I'm going to focus on here deeply now. I'm going to read out a quote which really gave me goosebumps. It's from Jordan Maxwell, rest in peace. He recently died at age 82. And here it is. Gnosis in Greek means knowledge or to know. This does not refer to factual knowledge, but to an intuitive or spiritual understanding that comes from experience. The early Gnostics were mystics. People are calling me mystic now. It's because, again, I've just getting more and more knowledge and more spiritual understanding of who I am. The early Gnostics were mystics, people who knew that you could experience God for yourself instead of going into a church and being told what to believe. Okay? Stay away from churches. I've said this for many years. You can find God without having to go to a church on a Sunday. You can find him whilst taking a shower, whilst going for a run, whilst listening to music, whilst being in the countryside. In your car, you can find God because God is within you. He's within all of us. And when people start realizing that God is within all of us, we'll connect because we are one. Yes, there's people who have different outlooks on life. There's Satanists, there's this, that, there's the other. But God is within all of us and you've got to find him. Okay, there is a creator that is above everything, for sure. I believe that. Okay? I don't think it's a white man in the sky with a beard. I don't. But there's a creator and you can get close to him. You can find him. If you accept you're a spiritual being and you accept that God is above you, he is. Or it, if you don't want to say he. In Hebrew, to know means to experience. So according to the Hebrews, knowing God means to experience him. This is what most all early Hebrews and Christians were striving to do. It's what I'm striving to do now. I'm not striving to get rich or famous or get a beautiful big house. I'm striving to find myself and get closer to God. And this is crazy coming from me. I'm not religious. I hate religion. It's a control tool, just like money. But the people I'm coming across now, we're just talking about these things and we know it. We know this now, that God's within us. And it's just, I can't put it into words, guys. And like I said, I'm not religious in any capacity. The church got in the way of personal experience by creating organized religion. There's a saying which states, religion is for the masses and mysticism is for the individual. Yes, I gave up more than you will ever know in the last year and a half to find myself. I'm not going to go through everything I've given up because it's too personal. But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be at this point now. And I made a lot of sacrifices. And as I always say, I didn't sacrifice human beings, but I sacrificed relationships, belief systems, the job that I got where I worked many years to get the qualification to do it. And just imagine this, guys, imagine we stop putting so much emphasis on our degree and our educational background, and people who own companies, if they just hired people for the spirit, for how they were in the interview, the connection, not just the bullshit piece of paper, that would make the world a better place. Education is amazing. The education system sucks, but education's amazing. And you don't need to prove that you're educated by having a piece of paper. Okay? That's something that's huge. Let me just finish this quote. I'll go back to the comments. If you want to be a sheep and follow along with the masses to get a generic candy-coated version of your spirituality, then follow the teachings of the Christian fathers. If you want to explore your own individual spirituality, you must go deeply inside yourself instead of through church doors. Unbelievable. I agree with all of that. Just by going to church doesn't get you closer to God. Just by saying a few prayers that you're told to do at church doesn't get you closer to God. Consciousness does that. Spiritual growth does that. And it isn't easy to get to this point. It's incredibly difficult and it's challenging. And most people in the world don't like to be challenged, unfortunately. They want everything to be done for them. So that was really important that I read that quote out. Let me read your comments because people always inspire me in the comment section. War on men is over. It's now the women and children who will get it. Age-old Templar tactics. No alpha males. The women and children are theirs. Yep. By the way, the Masons who I always talk about, they know there's a God. And they know there's a devil. And they chose to worship the devil. They hate God. See what happens to them, won't we? Eventually. When their world comes crumbling down. Which is soon, in my opinion. Media responsible for this mockery. Yep. But we're also responsible for watching it and taking it in and accepting it. We're at fault for that. I've stopped watching TV. I got rid of them all. I won't be manipulated by what's on a screen anymore. So, yeah, they've screwed us with media manipulation. There's no doubt in my mind. But people continue to still watch it, even those who are aware that they're getting manipulated, they still watch it. God is in every one of us when we take a knee for him. Yeah. You don't even have to take a knee for him. You don't have to get on your knee for him. You just have to be aware that he's within you. And the more you become aware of that, the closer you get to him. I don't think you necessarily have to take a knee. Look what they've done with the whole George Floyd thing. Derek Chauvin kneeling on a black guy. That was just mocking God. It's what they do. So why are they mocking God so much if God doesn't exist? Why? In regards to Zach Hubbard, a lot of people don't like him because he calls out religion, but he doesn't do it in a really good way. Because it's like he's hating on God and Jesus. But I really disagree with religion. But I believe in faith and I believe in God. Feminism is eugenics in action, yes. Feminism's just creating divide as well between us all. Universe needs to come correct. It will. It will. This is like rehab for the universe, what's going on right now. It's like rehab. I'm telling you, you've got to go through a lot of shit for it to recover. And the universe was... People say they want to go back to how it was. Why? The universe was run by Satanists, and it still is. We don't want to go back to how it was. We want to create a new world. Not their new world order. One we can create. Reality, guys. Reality is in the mind of the beholder. You can create your own reality in this world. You can manifest it. You can. When you learn about the power of numbers and letters and all of that. We all have our story, guys. And it can be a beautiful story. Everyone is blessed with many different spiritual gifts. Yeah, I think we're all blessed with different gifts. And the whole thing, which I've said for many, many months now, share your gifts with other people so they can get better. You have your gifts, share them. Share them. My gift's football, I share it through coaching. Very good at English, I share it through teaching. Pretty good at Gematria now. I share it through my YouTube channel to help other people get better. Like, a lot of the gifts we have are God-given, you hear that? I was given a ball as a little kid, never been coached before, and my dad basically told me I was incredible, like instantly. I didn't have coaching. God gave me that talent. He did. God bless him for that. Now I share it with other people. Makes me laugh when people write to the Daily Star for pictures for women. It's a bloke. All those page 3 people from the Sun, blokes. All top porn stars, blokes. Again, it's why so many people are confused with the sexuality, because they've been lusting after people of the same sex without realizing it. That is sick, and that's intentional. Satan's a deceiver. The people that work for Satan are deceivers. And that's the bottom line, because the illusion said so, baby. All truthers are being terminated off YouTube. Not all of them. I'm still here. Maybe it's the way they present the work. The algorithms catch them out. Certain things you can't say, and I'm smart enough not to say them, but I still get my point across by the tone of my voice. Again, soon enough, they probably will get rid of every truth channel. That's why you got to find your own truth. Because when you're stuck by yourself and there's nobody providing information to you to tell you what's true, you got to find your own truth. It might be the best thing for people if they cut off the internet. Even if they cut off the electricity, which they're going to do soon enough. Okay? All these cyber attacks that are going to go down. I see it as a blessing. People will start finding themselves. They'll have time to reflect. It's why a lot of people who go to prison, go to jail, they reflect, they get closer to God. And that's what happens so many times. They ask for forgiveness. And I think they actually mean it, a lot of them. Some of them don't, but a lot of them do. Soros is behind all of this. He's just one person behind it, George Soros. He's just a character. He's not behind all of it. Not one person's behind all of this. There's a group of families. The 13 Illuminati bloodlines are behind all of this. They've been behind it for centuries. But we're figuring them out now. We're figuring them out. We're seeing through the bullshit day in, day out. And you'll probably start to be more aware each passing day. More people around you are starting to open up now and be like, wait, yeah, maybe that is bullshit. If they push COVID again, guys, if they push that again, let's see how people react. Let's see how they react after. I can't really go into it. You know what I want to say. But they're going to do it again. They're going to keep pushing it till the majority say enough's enough. It's almost like the universe is like saying, come on, guys. Come on. I'm giving you it all. I'm giving you all the tools here to show you, to see through the illusion. Come on now. Like how I feel with people, but you can't force it. You can't force awakenings upon people. They're organic. David Icke is the absolute double of David Rockefeller. That's really interesting. Probably is a Rockefeller Ike. D Ike, like dyke, which is another term for lesbian. David Icke's a woman. All religions are Roman legions. Perfect. Catholic Church gets you 33. My mate, Jay Souls. The CCs. You CC people on emails. Same. This is Stephen Smith. I was so pessimistic when I first woke up. Now I feel empowered and none of the propaganda frightens me. I laugh at it. Beautiful. That's what I want. I laugh at it. I don't watch the news, but I'm like, okay, so this is what they're pushing here. This is why they published this on this day. These are the numbers behind it. That's where Gematria and numerology and date durations are sacred. But yeah, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of this world war that's non-existent. Okay? It's all CGI, most of it. I ain't worried about it. The nuclear weapons, I'm not worried about that. They don't exist, or they would have already taken out countries with it. Russia is a boogeyman, just a created country. I think the reason that they divided the Soviet Union to have countries like the Ukraine was for things like this. So they could push a war, Russia against the Ukraine. Again, countries is just social constructs that we've all accepted, just like money. All right? Creating divide. If people just accept we're one, man, oh my God. Bob Marley, clearly a Mason, but his lyrics, like the song One Love, is powerful because they do speak truth, these Masons. Bob Marley never died, by the way. Bullshit story of how he died is almost laughable at this point. Like most of them. Especially the New Age. Yeah, be aware of the New Age stuff, guys. Be aware of that. What about Anonymous? The people who are against the government? Then why do they still have a Twitter page? Such bullshit. That is the Jesuits and the Masons. It's what they do. And these Masons, like who created QAnon, Q, the 17th letter of the alphabet, Freemasonry was founded in 1717, and they were pushing Donald Trump and talking about all sorts of shit, making up conspiracies. That's what they've done. So people were getting close to the truth, and they created more bullshit, more conspiracies. It's just outrageous. Jordan Maxwell's real name is Russell Pine. I didn't know that. Again, like in my book, I use a lot of quotes from these famous people. I'm not saying I respected these famous people, but their quotes are amazing. Even people like JFK, MLK, their quotes are great, and you can learn from them, even though they were deceiving twats. There can only be one. We are fallen in our self-delusion where we have convinced ourselves that there are others, and in doing so, we disavow the unity of life. Beauty, uni, one. The prefix uni is one. Universe, unity, unite, universal, uniform, whatever you want to say with the uni, university. Yeah, I've said, I think when you go through an awakening as well, you start having a newfound respect for nature. I respect nature. I respect practically everything I see now. And that's a blessing, because you realize you are one with it all. There's still things that piss me off, for sure. Dogs barking, waking me up, it angers me, but I'm becoming more patient with that as well. That dog's not intentionally barking to keep me up, is he? There's a reason. I don't know, maybe they say dogs protect you from evil spirits because they can sense them. They can sense a bad person, can't they, dogs? You put a paedophile around a dog, it'll attack it. They can sense the negative energy. Chigoz is getting closer to God. That's amazing. That's amazing. I remember, like, there's no way a year ago I could be talking about God. I didn't care about God or religion, or I didn't care about any of that. I was stuck in my ways, focused on me, your loved ones, football, keeping fit. That was about it. I couldn't talk about God. I'd be cringing. Now I'm so powerful in regards to my belief system that is within me. He talks to me. I've told you, I think angels or something guide me when I code. I've learned this knowledge less than 2 years now. And the stuff that I find, I feel like sometimes I'm not doing it. Sometimes it's not me doing it. I just get inspired to code. And I don't know why I do what I do and why I look into what I look into. Sometimes people message me and say, look into this. They instigate, they light the fire in me. But most of the time, I just do it. And it just boom, like that. It's like it's not even me doing it. It's crazy shit. But I like it. Evening, Paul. How are you doing? Aerospace engineering, teaching us to fund our own demise, just spying on us like little bugs. Yeah. My friend Maddie sent me a video about all these birds, like hundreds of birds next to each other, like they were getting charged up. I think a lot of the birds in the sky are surveillance, to be honest with you. We live in a surveillance state, don't we? It could be way worse, but again, if the majority just don't consent and we smash cameras up and just say piss off and we've got nothing to hide, what are they going to do? I'm just not afraid of these people, guys. I was scared for a while. I've told you at the beginning. For months, I was scared, and people were reading my book and saying, this is great information, but you make me feel powerless, Adam. I feel like I'm completely screwed. So I've changed it. I've been altering it to give hope to people. So thank you to those people that were honest with me with their assessment. I was like, they own the banking system and they own the pharmaceutical industry and they can turn off the grid and do all of this. They're not in complete control of this universe, God is. That's the fact, in my opinion, at this point. All they can do is basically try to influence the way we react to what's going on. And they can create a lot of bullshit. And they can manipulate us with lies. But again, the closer you get to God, the more you see through the bullshit, and you can't be manipulated. You don't live in their reality, you live in your own one. My favorite sport is to spot the celebrity Adam's apples. Yeah, Ronaldo's Adam's apple, like, it's a joke. Adam, you must believe these 13 families are controlled by people above who are completely unknown. Yeah, very possible that they might be one family at the top of the pyramid that's overseeing the other 12. Or the people at the top might be demons, might be Satan at the top of that pyramid. I don't know, but we've got to remember that Satan or Lucifer was an angel, or is. He was close to God and he tried to go above God. That was his biggest downfall. That's why he came down to earth. Ego. That's why ego is one of the deadly sins. The numbers posted of players scoring goals, that's 10% chance of happening. You need to find another way to show sports are fixed. Do I? Why do I need to do that, Keith? I put out my content. I've woken up a lot of people. A lot of people have said, I don't watch sports anymore because of your channel. I don't gamble anymore because of your channel. I don't have a favorite team because of your channel. I can't wake everyone up, mate. I don't need to change what I'm doing. What I'm doing is working. It might not be working for you. And if it's not working for you, maybe it's you who needs to find another way to show sports are fixed instead of waiting for me to do it. Why don't you go and fucking do it, Keith? Why don't you set up a channel and show the world how sports are rigged and do a better job than I am? Go for it. What do you do when you're the only woke one in your family? You just get closer to God. You're never alone. Somebody asked that question there. Dion Jordan. You just get closer to God. You get closer to yourself. You figure out who you are. And then the universe looks after you. And those who are meant to be in your life will come towards you. They'll be attracted to you like magnets. Don't worry about being the black sheep in your family. Okay? Don't worry about that. It's probably a good thing at this point if you are the black sheep. Don't try and impress them. Don't try and change their views. Just be you. And all it'll need is one of them to awaken, and then maybe your whole family will. Stay strong, I would say. But don't feel sorry for yourself because you're the only one that's woken up. No, it's a blessing that you've woken up. Some people never will, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong with that. I did in a very subtle way, had them question the reality. But again, you go against the curriculum in a school, you get in trouble. Curriculums, all Rockefeller based, who funded the public education system in 1903. You can't really be creative. And public education is indoctrination that destroys imagination. That's what I say. But education's powerful, but it's not at the moment in the public education system. Private schools is a little bit better. They have a little bit more say in what they teach and how you can go about teaching it. But public education is an absolute joke. So Charlie disowned his family and friends. I don't know how I feel about that. You don't have to disown them. But sometimes you do have to find yourself and get away from everybody and everything that was a distraction before. And your family can be a distraction. It's harsh to say. Your family, your kids, your wife can be distractions on this quest of finding consciousness. They can be. There's always one of them in your ear. You can't do that. You can't give up your job. We've got a mortgage to pay. Oh, you can't do that. You can't go out tonight. You can't do this. You can't. People always telling you what you can't do. Since I basically went on this journey by myself, I've actually... You think you have loads of friends, don't you, on Facebook? I had thousands of Facebook friends, got rid of that, but they wasn't my friends. It's people I knew. They weren't my friends. They were acquaintances. You don't need many friends, like genuine friends in this world. I connect with practically everyone. So I don't think you're born an arsehole. I don't think you're born evil. I think we're all born little geniuses, pure. And then we've been infiltrated by society that's intentionally kept us in a beast system. And people have done bad things. But it's hard not to do bad things when you live in a beast system. So I try not to judge too many people anymore. You don't know their story. When you see those homeless people, I used to judge them. You don't know their story. You don't know what happened in their life. We always, oh, they're so lazy, go get a freaking job. Yeah, you can throw that at them for sure. It's hard to argue with that. But you just don't know what's happened to them, what they've gone through. Terminated Truthers have to move to Rumble, Odyssey. Well, they'll eventually just remove all the platforms, won't they? If they do have complete control of the internet. It's just whether they do. Who has control of the internet, man or God? Who? I don't know. Diego's asking me this. Any advice for people in wheelchairs? Sometimes I think that if the society lets me down now, I'm a bit worried when the collapse happens. Laugh out loud. I hope you understand what I mean. So you're in a wheelchair, Diego? That won't stop you from finding God. And mate, you never truly die. That's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. We're spiritual beings. We're basically infinite beings. I think a lot of us will ascend, especially the people in the chat. Do you have any close ones living with you that can look out for you? I don't know. I think you'll find the power from within, Diego. Maybe you don't have it in your legs, but you'll find it from within. I don't know what else I can say there. Try and make your disability your biggest ability somehow. There'll be ways of doing that. I can't really get deep into that unless I'm actually in a wheelchair. I don't know how it feels. Yeah, keep your circle small. I agree with that. Just people you can truly rely on and trust and love and respect. People who help you grow, who make you laugh. You don't need to have all these friends. They're not your friend. They're not your friend. It's like these celebrities have all these fans. They're not really, there's no genuine connection there with these people. It's not a genuine connection. And that's why a lot of these celebrities become disillusioned with fame. It's not real. It's no genuine connections. Fear nothing. I agree with that. Fear. I don't have fear of anyone or anything at this point. And I think that might be the most powerful aspect of who I am at this point. You get a lot of people messaging me saying, be careful. Got to look out for yourself. Got to be careful what you say now. People are going to come for you. No, they're not. No, they're not. And if they do, I'll be protected, in my opinion. So I ain't worried at all. We all have a story. If you knew me 20 years ago, I'm not the same girl. That girl was horrific. But you've accepted that, Reese, which is beautiful. The biggest thing is accepting your flaws. That allowed you to grow. Most people can't accept the flaws. They can't accept that they're being manipulated. They can't accept that the people they've worshipped are Satanists, are inverted. They can't accept it. And that's ego, which I keep raving on about. So good for you for accepting that you were, as you say, a horrific girl. And you've grown wise enough to be aware that you was, and you changed it. You can't change the past, but you can definitely have power on making positive changes for the future or the present. Crypto invert feminist. I don't know what that is. Friends or family on a different level aren't worth your energy and can bring you down. I agree. Don't get too taken in by family through blood. You can have brothers, guys, who are not technically your brother. I've got brothers, people who are really close to me. Nathan's my brother. Jay Saul's my brother. Andreas is my brother. They're my brothers. They don't have the same parents. And that's a trap. Somebody said, which I agreed with, keep your circle small, but when it's you and your little family and that's it, I think that's very dangerous as well. I think that's a trap. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, Ryder. That's exactly what I think. Sun on the red of his name is so obvious. Crypto B. Never heard of Crypto B. The AI will be worshipped and obeyed. Their virtual Babylon. It's already being worshipped. Crypto, through the algorithms, can dictate how the average human thinks. And they're able to determine where the world's going through that. I watched a study about it, a video. So they can see how the average person is thinking, and they can push stuff to trigger them even more to then create the reality that we're living in. That's what AI is. Got so much information from us, but AI will never completely take over. AI doesn't have a spirit. It doesn't have emotion. It's going to be smarter than us. It already is. It'll be more athletic than us. It will be able to do out of this world feats that the average human can't do, but it will never have a spirit, and it will never have genuine emotion. And that's what makes us humans or spirits, whatever you want to say. So yeah, artificial intelligence, blessing and a curse, like many things in the world. But it's not going to take over like iRobot and stuff. It won't. I don't believe it will. I used to think, okay, we're screwed. AI is going to just kill us all and take over. I don't believe the creator would allow that. I just don't anymore. I hate the saying blood is thicker than water. I hate that saying as well, especially when the human is made up 95% water. I hate the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, when words are incredibly powerful. Words are like swords. They can cut. So that's another bullshit saying. Again, with these sayings, there's some amazing ones full of wisdom. Then there's a lot of ones that are just deceiving you. Ignorance is bliss. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Ignorance is bliss. No, it isn't. Awareness is bliss. Consciousness is bliss. Not ignorance. If somebody calls you ignorant, is it a compliment? Do you say, oh, thank you? When somebody calls you ignorant? No, you get offended by it. So ignorance is bliss. Piss off with that, whoever made that up. Disgraceful. Truly disgraceful. Yes, amen. I used to have the Jimmys. Now the world is a better place since I put others. Yes, serve others. That's a big part of the Bible. Again, you don't have to take the Bible completely literally, especially if it's been rewritten by the Masons. Serve other people. Serve other people, but you've got to look after yourself as well. You've got to care about yourself. The more you care about yourself, the more others will likely care about you, as long as you're not completely arrogant and vain about it. But serve other people, man. And that doesn't mean you have to do it for free. I hate all of this. Oh, if you're such a noble person, illusion, then why do you charge $10 a month? Why don't you give people this knowledge for free? No, reap what you sow. There has to be a reward for what you do as well. You don't have to be obsessed over the reward. Like, I don't know, the extrinsic rewards for coming last in a competition now, get a medal for it, it's a disgrace. But just because you have a passion for something and want to share and inspire people, it doesn't mean you're going to do it for free, especially in this beast system. Well, you love coaching so much, why do you charge people? What are you talking about? Find the things you love, inspire others, and make a living out of it. That should be the goal for each and every one of us. Not find a job to get rich doing something we don't like that doesn't inspire us or anybody else. Have your fucking big house and whatever in your car. How happy are you? Still miserable because it all comes from within. You can have everything on the outside world, everything. You can have whatever you desire, like Satan says. What is your deepest, darkest desire? I'll give you it. But they're not happy, these people, are they? Right at the top. They're not happy. They're miserable sons of bitches because they don't have a spirit. They sold it. They sold the soul. They'll never get it back. They'll never get it back. It's a man's world. Yeah, that's what the lyrics. It's a man's world. No, that's what they told us. But then Beyonce, who's a man, said, who runs the world? Girls. Who runs the world? Girls. You're a bloke, Beyonce. A bloke. Size of your legs. Bloke. Digital brain for smart people. Stupidness is unaware. That's a great line. Words are very powerful, so never say negative things about yourself. Example, I think I'm getting sick. You definitely will. Again, the more people that believed in the virus, the more real it became. That's what made people sick, in my opinion. The ones who got really stressed about it and panicked about it, they were the ones getting sick. That's the power of the mind, which I write about. The power of the mind. You create your reality. So if you're like, oh, this, you start getting scared, you're panicking. I'm getting a bit sick. I've got the snuffles. You always breathe like that, mate. What's wrong with you? No, but it's I can feel it a bit more now. I think I'm sick. All right, so you're sick then. You're going to be sick now because you've told your brain that you're sick. That's how it works. Is the Pope in my life because I have 52 in my life and 25 likes, and Pope gets you 52 and 25? Did Francis just appear? Hey, Francis, have one of them, son. Prick. Holy Bible, by the way, in Gematria gets you 201, which is pretty hilarious, to be honest. But again, I think they've infiltrated numbers. 201 is probably a magic number because 2 plus 0 plus 1 gets you 3. And 3, guys, is just, for me, an unbelievably sacred number. They say that 3 is the magic number, don't they? And it's hard to disagree with that. But 3 is big in so many ways. That number, guys, is connected to manifestation, and it also incorporates the principles of thought, action, and emotion. 3 is big. Things like 7 is a lucky number. That's why you say, like, hence the term lucky number 7 and stuff like that. 13 is seen as what? An unlucky number, but in China, it's a lucky number. 13 is a really, really, really big number, it seems, with the Illuminati. 666, we always connect it to the devil, but it's also the number of a man because God created man on the 6th day. So 666 is not as bad as you think it is. So I'm just trying to figure out at this point what each number means. I'm trying to learn that because each number has a frequency for sure. And I've always been connected to number 11. My life path number 6. Which I would never have known. Again, we should have learned our life path numbers at school, shouldn't we? We should have learned that at school. But instead, we're learning what 6 times 6 is. And tell me how that helps us learn about ourselves or grow by knowing. A bull is a contract. The word con, we know con means to deceive. That's why you call people con artists. Contract, contrive, conceal, condescending. So many others with the prefix con. Illusion, you don't probably mean it, but don't push that we're all gods and God's within us, because that's what these Satanists want us to believe, to push towards. I don't believe we're all gods. I never said we're all gods. This is where you got to listen carefully. I said you can get closer to God through consciousness. I said there's only one God. The elite are playing God in this world. They'll never be God. They'll never be able to replicate God. I am not saying we are all gods. I'm saying that we can get closer to God because God is within all of us. He created us, therefore he's within us. So you've got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're all gods. I've never once said we're all gods. Jesus said, Christ is within me. Consciousness, that's what Christ is. Consciousness brings you closer to God. That's my opinion. We're not all gods. That is a very satanic way. Like you said, I agree with that. They believe they're gods, and they're not. Just like Lucifer thought he was above God. Look what happened to him. Scooby-Doo. It's funny with Scooby-Doo, at the end of the Scooby-Doo, they removed the mask. Again, a lot of these celebrities wear masks. They removed the mask to find out who the bad guy was. So many people in the entertainment industry wearing masks, guys. It's insane at this point. I don't even think your boy Puddin is a real person. I think someone's wearing a mask, or it's CGI. What else we got? Diego saw 99999 comments on Facebook. Probably kept it on that. What is an 8? 8 is the number of, it's the infinite number. It keeps going. 8's connected to knowledge as well, because you can never acquire enough knowledge. You keep going for it. So that's what the number 8 is. It's the infinite number. That's why the meta logo, which is like a sideways 8, they want you to go to the meta universe, which is not organic. It's not God's creation. They're trying to create their own realm at this point. But if you go into that, basically you're infinite. You'll never die if you go into that. I'll never, ever accept the metaverse. Like Zuckerberg's pushing, that little lizard. School was damaging. School's not the problem, it's the system. School, you allow yourself to interact with other people, meet new people. But school, in essence, puts you under so much stress. You go there for 8 hours, but you've got to take into consideration you're there 8 hours, but you wake up probably an hour and a half before. It takes you maybe an hour to get back, then you have about 3 hours of homework. You don't find yourself, you don't find who you are because you're too busy having to work, doing things that are intentionally uninteresting and not allowing you to grow. The school's not completely bad. I guess a lot of it depends on your teachers and your fellow classmates and stuff. But I don't want to be sat here and like, school sucks, schools. No, the system sucks. The education system, not school. School could be a beautiful place. Finland have done an amazing job with school. They actually have more recess than classes. And there's no homework in Finland. So they've figured it out. And they actually have the highest grades now in the world, as far as I'm aware, or in Europe. Because they're not bombarding kids with bullshit and they're letting kids be kids and allowing them to learn organically about life. A lot of the stuff you learn at school, you never ever take into real life. People ask me about English. I'm like, why do you teach English? What's the most important aspect of that? I want people to be able to interact with other people verbally and understand and comprehend what the other person's saying. How many people graduate and then start reading loads of books or start writing letters to people like you learn at school? Email now, you've got Grammarly that does everything for you. So a lot of the stuff you're learning, you don't need in many of these subjects. You learn history, which is his story. It's bullshit. So you're getting indoctrinated in history class. English, half of the stuff you learn is about grammar, which I don't even think is that important, to be honest with you. Math, they teach you to hate numbers and find them boring when numbers are sacred. That's intentional. They never told you letters and numbers are synced together. That was intentional. Geography, they'll teach you that. They created it. Social constructs that they've come up with. Music, that's decent. You can be pretty creative with that. Physical education, my best subject, and it should be done every day. Kids do it once a week in most schools. It should be every day they do physical education. There's some kids that are getting 1 hour exercise a week, and then those kids in PE, they don't do anything anyway. They fake an injury, or they just stand there in the sun or whatever it is, or the rain, don't do shit. What other subjects do you have? Science, again, we're supposed to trust the science when we're always lied to about science. They say science doesn't lie, but scientists do. Numbers don't lie, but statisticians lie about numbers. I can't even think of religious education again. Find God within you, not in a classroom. Teaching you, like in Catholic schools, they'll just teach you about one religion, not the other ones. Stephen Hawking was a fake character, yeah. The guy who died on Pi Day, which was the anniversary of Einstein being born. Two famous mathematicians. It's a joke. Again, Einstein was a female who married a bloke. Check out the images. Check them out for yourself. Laugh all you want as well. It's hard not to laugh at times. The Rothschilds don't come and sign the contracts for us. We sign them voluntarily. Yeah. Put your signature inside a box, which is basically a coffin. You're signing your life away in these contracts. And it's a joke. We consent. Again, we're going back to the con. We consent. As soon as the majority stop consenting with the beast system collapses. We are keeping the beast system alive. We are participating in it without realizing. We are. I don't anymore. I don't. And people don't like that about me. People love it about me. I don't care at this point. I just do what's right in my soul. Trinity, Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Yeah, the Holy Trinity. It's three again. Again, let's not always see this triangle as the Illuminati and it's super bad. No, 3 is a powerful number. I'm not going to let them do that to me anymore. Oh, it's a triangle, it must be bad. Yeah, I know the Illuminati, they use it and they do all this. Like you see Son for Spurs does this. What's he doing? People not question that. Wayne Rooney did that, Lukaku, all of that. These people, guys, these elite or Satanists, they have so much knowledge and they're not as dumb as you think they are either. They have so much sacred knowledge. And they put up signs and symbols because I think by doing that, you connect to God or to Satan or to whoever they worship. They know that. So when they do those celebrations, they're thanking whoever they worship. So they're worshiping someone. They're not naive enough to not worship anyone. Like most of us are atheists now, which is intentional. You don't believe in anything but propaganda. You don't believe in God now. They're taking Bibles out of schools. They have. Why? Why? Ask yourself, why? Why do they hate God so much if he doesn't exist? My parents burned my Rush albums at the church in 81. Didn't Marilyn Manson once burn a Bible on stage? That invert? Marilyn Manson, MM33. Shakespeare was a fictional character. Yeah, it was one of the reasons I left school because I had to every year teach about Shakespeare and Romeo and Juliet, and I was so done with it. I was so over that I couldn't do it anymore. There's no way Shakespeare wrote all those plays. There's not a chance. God, my phone is just wild, guys. Let me just respond 'cause I don't want to be rude. Give me a second. All right, I responded to one person. I'll respond to them after. So what time is it now? 10:13, 113, baby. Okay, let's keep reading your comments. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Again, when people used to call me awesome and this, it used to really go on my head. Now it feels nice because I know that I'm spreading positive energy. I don't get an ego boost. It's weird what's happened, man. It's weird what's happened, but I like it. I like it. So thank you for saying that. You don't have to say that. Adam, I thought you were from England. I am from England, mate. Spent 22 years in England. I was born and bred in England. I'm not going to say I'm proud to be English because countries is a social construct. I had an amazing time in England. I went to the US to coach, played football there, moved to Mexico is where I live now. People don't know that. They still think I live in England. And then other people think I'm American. Other people think I'm Australian. I'm English. I was born in England. I moved to the US. I now live in Mexico. 3 different countries, baby. Will I live in another one after this? Who knows? See where my spirit takes me. But I love where I am now, and I think I'm meant to be here, if I'm honest. The number 8 in the Bible represents a new beginning, meaning a new order or creation, a man's true born-again event where he is resurrected from the dead into eternal life. That's amazing. But again, these Jesuits, Masons, they infiltrate the Bible, and to them, this new beginning is the metaverse. I ain't being a part of it. Somebody said this to me as well, that we're living in hell right now, and that heaven's just going to be bliss. Complete bliss. Like we could be living in hell right now because this is Satan's realm. Earth is his realm. So maybe, just maybe we are living in hell. It's not that bad, is it really? Still have a bit of banter. I had some beautiful quesadillas this morning, a nice bike ride. Coaching this afternoon. It's not complete hell, is it? Somebody says my channel is the only inspirational channel. I think there's other people doing work that I'm doing. If there is, follow them. Maybe leave somebody's name in the chat. Bibles are corrupt now. Mandela effect is real. I agree with that. The Bible's been infiltrated. Again, don't find your truth from a book. Don't find your truth from a book. Find your truth from within. Truth, the word truth has you in the middle. You got to find the truth from you, from within. I heard Sir Francis Bacon and his crew of writers did Shakespeare. I've heard that as well. It wasn't one person, guys, who wrote Macbeth and Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet. It wasn't one person at all. Not a chance, in my opinion. And I keep telling you, the first man to get vaccinated was William Shakespeare from Coventry, where the playwright was born. This is the level of mockery that people need to become aware of. Instead of laughing it off or dismissing it as coincidence, it's mockery. And enough's enough at this point. Enough's enough, in my opinion. Megan said I'm awesome and she's not flirting. I'm old enough to be a mother. I don't care about age, Megan. I don't. I've said this in a few recent lives. I just want to be around people that make me smile, that bring me joy, that I learn from. I don't care if they're 90, 50, my age, 17, 8. Like the culture kid, I won't say his name. The kid I coach, not the culture kid. The kid I coach, he's only 10. It's like speaking to an adult. It's like I've known him my whole life. He's like a mini version of me. I had a few friends in town who were 17 the other day. It was incredible. Just down-to-earth people, very intelligent. Next week, I've got a friend meeting me who's in his 40s. I don't care about age anymore. And if you want to flirt with me, so be it. Even though you said you're not. I agree about the brotherhoods. But it's just like the so-called artist Banksy, all controlled, good. Brotherhoods, you always hear these athletes and celebrities calling each other brother. When Sancho, Rashford and Saka all missed, they all called each other brother. It's brotherhoods, guys, like Skull and Bones is brotherhood, Masons is all about a brotherhood. I do believe Masonry has been infiltrated, and originally it was about good men becoming better men and helping the fellow man. I still think there's Freemasons who have that view on life, who are unaware of how satanic it is at the top. I do believe that as well. I don't think every Freemason's evil. Most of them don't get past the first 2 levels. They can't afford to go to the next part. So, yeah, I don't think we can paint every Freemason with the same brush, that they're all evil. I don't think that's the case. I think they want us to believe that. They've infiltrated everything in society that was good and pure. That's the reality. Your view on Banksy? I don't know who Banksy is, mate. Who is it? Is it a rapper? I don't know. Hi, Adam. How are the locals treating you since you're a foreigner to them? Amazing. The foreigners love me here. Like I fit into Mexico so well. Because, again, there's not much divide in Mexico. People care about each other. There's not much ego in Mexico either. But where I live, there's people all over the world. Mexicans, Americans, Canadians, Europeans, South Americans, they live where I live, which I love. It's multicultural where I live, and Mexico is. They've always been open to me, and the more that I learned the language of Spanish, the more they accepted me, embraced me. Don't you think language is another control tool as well? I don't know how they've done that. It must be psychology, where they've created so many languages when there should be one universal language. I guess the universal language is love, to be honest, but language has divided people, hasn't it? In reality, it has, by intention, in my opinion. But no, Mexico's been great to me. The US was great to me. I lived all over the US, LA, Colorado, Chicago, Anchorage in Alaska. I lived all over. And I was fortunate enough that I was always welcomed in all those states around great people. Because I think most people in the world are great and nice and caring and courteous and care about their fellow man. I do believe that. Whatever the media tries to tell you, we are good people. But this system breaks a lot of us. It crushes a lot of us. It's why a lot of people take their own lives. So they don't see a way out of it. There is a way out of it. Don't consent to it. And find God within you. You don't need all the other shit. Well, not all the other shit. You do need friendship. You do need bond. We do need that connection. But you've got to learn to love yourself first before other people are going to love you. Anna, look how Anna makes me smile. There's only a few people that do that, but this girl's amazing, Anna. She knows what she wants. She wants to travel Europe. She wants to grow. She wants to find herself. I'm going to meet her there if I can travel, which I will, in September, because where I live, the weather's ridiculous in September, and I also want to get back for my mum's birthday. I want to see my family. I want to meet people over Europe. I've got people on Patreon that said, come meet me in Germany, in Belgium. I want to buy you a drink. I'll buy them a drink. They've been the ones supporting me. I'll buy them a drink. They don't have to buy me one. I'll buy them one. So yeah, much love to you, Anna. Thank you for tuning in. What else we got? Yeah, they said that William Shakespeare got vaccinated, died, and it was unrelated to the vaccine. They had to emphasize that. Since when did they ever do that before? They told you how somebody died. They didn't say it wasn't connected to this. They didn't have to do that. They tell you this person died from this. But no, it's an unrelated incident, not connected to COVID. Einstein was an old nasty woman. Yeah. Yep. Again, let's look at the way he used to sit. The all-mocking tongue. Einstein. People putting it on their t-shirt. People walking around in NASA t-shirts. Like the countdown, what does it say? T minus whatever T. And NASA, you use those 5 letters, you get Satan. It's an absolute joke. Somebody left that comment on my Patreon. They count down from T, don't they? And then you get the other 4 letters from NASA. There's an anagram of Satan. All right, check out Alexander War. Great decoder, somebody said. So check out Alexander War. Makes me think of Shane Warne. The ball Warne, eh? I did a video about that invert as well, who I don't think died. The cricketer. Yeah, I hope people stop wearing this now. Enough's enough. It's outrageous if you're still doing it. If you are in the chat and you're still doing this, sit down and have a little word with yourself, please. Even if you're sat in your own car by yourself with the windows up, with your mask on, have a little word with yourself. It's outrageous at this point, guys. It's restricting. I'm not going to say it, so I might cut my video off, but it's restricting your ability to... And your breath, guys, is your spirit. That's why when you die, they say you've taken your last breath. Okay? Your breathing is so important. You can work on your breathing. That's why meditation's big. You can work on your breathing. My friend's with a swim instructor. He said the most important technique of swimming is breathing. If you'll just take a deep breath now, you can feel the tension leaving your body. I feel like I'm teaching a class. Okay. I might do a gold dust wrestling. Gold dust. If you don't know who Gold Dust is, that won't make you laugh. If you do, that was pretty hilarious. What was Anchorage like? I loved it. I went for the summer. I was there a couple of months, and it was amazing. But I've heard the winters are horrific. Alaska has the highest rate of alcohol abuse because it gets dark at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it gets really cold. People bring the whiskey out. But again, the people are so open to me. I remember first day I went there, I was coaching. A family invited me around to their house to their hot tub. I was drinking champagne in Anchorage in a hot tub. This hot tub was outside, and it was a bit chilly, but it was amazing. I'm like, I don't even know who you are, and you've just welcomed me into your house. That is glorious. That's trust. Now, again, the media. Oh, you can't trust people. Don't walk in the dark. Somebody's going to stab you. No, they're not. Maybe in a movie. I remember growing up in the 90s, me and my friends just on the streets playing football, playing hide and seek, bike rides, all sorts of shit. Incredible. I wasn't scared of somebody kidnapping me. And then they pushed that in the media. So parents kept their kids inside so they play fucking computer games. That's what it was because of the media. If it wasn't for the fucking media, then people wouldn't have done that. Kids would be out there just having fun and not scared. The parents wouldn't be scared of other human beings living in fear. It's what they've done. So sick of these people, but they're going down. They're going down. They're going down. We create our own reality. Yes, Izzy. Absolutely. I will come see you, Anna. No doubt in my mind. Have you ever been to Canada? No, got so many Canadian friends, never been, really want to go. I'm friends with a lot of Canadians where I live. So a lot of them have left Canada because of Trudeau, however you pronounce that female's name. And every Canadian I've met has been kind-hearted, open-minded. I would love to go to Canada. We will, Megan, I will meet with Anna. I've said it and it will happen now. I've manifested it. I've told my parents I'm going to come to Europe. They're all excited. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it happen. Somebody said to me, Adam, don't go on a plane. You know what's going to happen. They're going to get you. I'm like, no, they're not. Stop with the bullshit. No, they're not. I'm a nobody to these people. I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to have an incredible time. And I'm going to create new memories and meet new people and go there with a completely different perspective on life that I've never had before. And it's going to be amazing. Nasty, the T is minus. Yeah, Satan, Tobin. Space Cowboy, were you laughing at the gold dust? Happy Face Man, I would love to meet you if I come to England. I'll meet anybody. You know what I will do? You know what I'll do this, mate? If I come to England, I'm going to organize everyone on my Patreon who's from England, Ireland, Scotland, or Wales, and we're all going to meet up and have a night out. I just got goosebumps. Manchester, London, Leeds would be better for me. It's closer. Imagine that we all get together. It's about freaking time. I'm going to get to England. And there's loads of people that want to meet me. And it's not just people who I grew up with. People I don't know. Oh, that'll be so good. That's going to happen, guys. We're going to make that happen. 6 months. I'm going to work my ass off. I have 6 jobs. Sorry for throwing out all these 6s. But I'm an English teacher. I've got a coaching company. I have Patreon. I'm a content creator with YouTube. I'm a private tutor. Technically, I'm an author writing this book, if you want to throw that in. There's something else that I do that I can't even remember. So I'm just going to put all that money aside. I'm going to just have an amazing time in Europe. Next thing you saw her and she's a bloke. No, Anna better not be a bloke. No, she's not. She's not. She's not a celebrity. She's not an A-lister. Not every beautiful woman is a bloke, guys. There's so many beautiful women in this world who are natural. I'm calling out celebrities, guys. I'm not calling out every woman to be a man or every man to be a woman. There's so many beautiful women. So many natural, beautiful, funny, smart women. And there's one for all of us, guys. You may believe that, oh, I'll never find a guy, I'll never find a girl. You will. You will. Why does YouTube keep giving me X amount of likes and taking likes away? Like, who likes a video and then dislikes it or unlikes it? Who does that? You know what? I'm going to give him a like, then I'm going to unlike it. This is YouTube screwing with me again. Somebody just said 33 likes in the comment and now it's 32. Why? Because there's 32 and now it's 33 again. Is it going to go back down to 32 and then maybe 29? Yeah, now it's 32. Is somebody pissing me, like playing me here and going ding, ding, ding? Now it's 33. Go on, put it back to 32. Are we staying on 33? This is like when they do the thing like what they call it? Those sales where you start selling stuff. An auction. And we're going to 33, we're going to 3, we're going to have 33, we're down 32, 32, 33, 32, 34, 33, we're going to have 34. Can I get a 35? Can I get a 35? Can somebody give me a 35, baby? Okay, deal, 34. Now now 32. I just went from 34 to 32. I'm done. I'm not playing this game with this algorithm. Now it's 33. This is an absolute joke. This is a prime example of how YouTube infiltrate the numbers. It's an absolute disgrace. So 40 in my life, 33 likes, and 433 is the 84th prime. And today's the 84th day of the year. Oh, good one, YouTube. Think I'm dumb enough to not see that? I can't believe I'm talking to a screen like it's going to respond to me. Although people do communicate with AI all the time by speaking to Alexa. And whatever the other one is, Siri. God, why do you speak to a human being instead of a freaking AI system? It's an absolute joke. That was outrageous what just happened. 33 to 32 to 33 to 32 to 33 to 34 to 32 to 33 to 34. Now I have 35, like my age. 31 in the live. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday. Give me these numbers all day, baby, and I'll find the meaning behind them and why you're doing it. Oh, okay, sorry about that. If you watch my lives, I go off. My whole thing was about finding God and consciousness, and we're all one. And then I'm arguing with algorithms. I've just lost a like for doing it. Hilarious. 34 now. Back down to 34. Sure, whatever. Izzy Thomas, the Bucks have a big liability. If Duke wins the championship, I don't think it's going to happen. What are the odds now with the NCAA? I really haven't looked enough into it. I did last year. I did very well. UCLA playing today? They have a good shot just for that bloody blue and yellow riddle with Ukraine and the Rams. It's 36 now for Friday. Friday gets you 36 in 2 ciphers. I'm going to be 36 in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. What's the date today? I don't even know the date. 25th? Yeah, so in about 3 weeks, the 14th, is when I turn 36. Will Portugal go through? I'll have to look into it. It could be now I'm down to 35. I'm going to stop looking at that because it was funny and now it's going to annoy me what they're doing. 35, like my age, like Catholic, like JFK was the first Catholic president at age 35. Now it's 36. This is 666, the 36 try. Go on then. I don't know about Portugal. It'd be funny if they don't. Everyone says Ronaldo has to get there. The World Cup needs him. And when I hear people say that, it makes me think he's probably not going to get there. Because when the majority believe in something like that, it doesn't happen, I've noticed. Just like the majority said the Bengals would win the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, it's probably not going to happen then. Who wins today, Senegal or Egypt? What are they playing? I didn't even know they were playing. That's a rerun of the final, isn't it? The African Cup of Nations final. Meow said Italy will go through. Italy's out, mate. Which I said they wouldn't qualify for the World Cup right after they won the Euros. I said that they're out. So no, Italy are not going to go through. Meow. UCLA does play tonight. Are they the favourites or not? I might look into that game. I've looked into one NBA game today. I'll do 37 likes down to 34. Piss off now, YouTube. Just piss off, you jokers. Absolute jokers, to be honest, aren't they? Let me read some more quotes from your boy Jordan Maxwell. I really like his quotes. Your mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work unless it's open. Oh my God, that is going in my book. That is unbelievable. I'm going to say that again. I have to say that one again, guys. I'm going to take that. And another good thing about not getting my book published is I'm not playing along with getting it proofread and, oh, you need permission for this person's quote. No, I don't. Not if I'm just going to send it as a PDF. So let me just, I did like this one. We'll put it here. All right. Your mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work unless it's open. Open mind, baby. You need an open mind. That is glorious. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. So I guess when people say that I inspire them, and I'm like, really? Well, this guy who I've never met before is inspiring me through quotes, through words, the power of words. I'm going to keep going. When you think that you know everything, you know less than nothing. Yes, the more I've learned, the more I realize I don't know anything. Or the more I realize there's so much more to learn. It's not that I don't know anything or nothing, like he said. I just know there's way more to learn. Way more. Good stuff, mate. Let me keep going with these. This is really interesting. People have no idea in the world what's going on. Fucking tell me about it. Ignorance and its denial will, sad to say, lead us down the same road as it did in all past history. Yes, history repeats itself. If we continue to be ignorant, we'll keep getting away with it. We need to wake up. This is serious stuff. 3 more I've got here. Nothing in this world operates the way you think it does. Banks do not loan money. Governments are not empowered to protect you. The police department is not there to serve you. Institutions of higher learning, colleges and educational institutes are not there to educate you. The entire superstructure of civilization in the Western world is a combination of brilliantly put together and planned, well-planned schemes to direct the minds of the people in such a way as to serve their masters. Well, it's time for us to be the masters of our reality, guys. These people who claim to be the masters of the universe, they're not. Okay? They've created the reality we live in. It's time for us to change that now. They've had their little time. Well, it's not little time. Run the United States government for their own selfish purposes. They practically control both political parties. That's why the Masons have the eagle that has 2 wings. They control both sides. What I have said, however, is that they do control both parties, among many other things in the world. And then finally, people need to work up. This is serious stuff. I think I've already read that one. The likes are trolling me. Somebody said they are trolling me. It's kind of hilarious, isn't it? It's like the dangling a carrot thing. You're dangling a carrot, like, ooh, no, no. Like, come on. Nobody hits the like then unlike button unless they really. I just lost a like whilst I said that. Good job I don't really give a shit about likes. The only reason I started caring about them is because people said it helps with the algorithm, so more people access your work. Then I was like, okay, like. People used to say, I've just lost 2 now. Okay, I'm done. I might cover that up. I can't help but look at it now. Maybe I'll close my eyes while I talk. Somebody said, like, leave Illusion a like, something like he deserves it. I'm like, no, it's fine. You don't have to leave me a like. That's too cheesy. And then somebody said, no, it helps the algorithms. And more people will get access to your work. I was like, okay, that's good. Now I understand the process behind liking it. It's not to feed my ego. Somebody can't wait to read my book. Thank you. I've said with my book, it's my story, but I get inspired by lots of other people's views. Put it in my own words, speak from the heart, put a lot of good quotes in there. It's not that much gematria, but I tell you about my journey. And I talk about, I had to focus on Kobe. I focused on a lot of other things, but I could easily write a book on gematria with every code that I've done, but I don't want to do that. I have YouTube to express my talent for coding. But it's just, it focuses on, originally my book focused on psychology, the power of the mind and consciousness. And I took it from there. By learning about the mind, I went to the next level. So, yeah, I have so much gratitude for that book. I don't care if it makes me $5 or 5,000 or 500. If it wasn't for that book, I wouldn't be doing this right now. So I do want to share it with people. And it's been almost 2 years me doing it now. And it's not that many pages, which I think is a good thing, because I think a lot of people, especially now, can't process too much information at one time. It can get overwhelming. Remember, I'm going to buy my chair. I'm going to buy my chair this weekend. Big shout out. Oh my God, my phone. Big shout out to Kathy, who's probably watching the live. She supports me. She actually gave me a little bit of money towards buying a chair. So I definitely need to buy that chair. She probably thinks I'm just using it to buy apple pies. UCLA's -2 favorite versus North Carolina. I wonder if Michael Jordan's going to be there. Oh, yeah. You mentioned it. He was there last year. Or he was there when they lost to Villanova in the final with the last shot of the game, which was rigged. I think Michael Jordan was there then. You think they'll allow the Ukraine to qualify? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It might be a bit too obvious. But look what they did with Yarmolenko with West Ham. No, I think they won't. I think they're just going to break Ukraine. And that'll, like, the little hope some of them will have now is that Ukraine get to the World Cup. They might just break them, shatter them, maybe get them to the final of it. I don't know. What's this say? Know it's flat and they'll stop any normal person from finding out themselves. Listen to this. I'm going to share an audio with you. For anyone who argues about the Earth being flat, I'd like you to listen to this audio. Faroe Islands to win the World Cup. Imagine Qatar win it. Outrageous. All right, you ready for this? Listen to this. This guy really inspires me. I think he's in the live right now. You ready? Wait, let me see if he said I could.
Of course not, mate. Share whatever you want.
Okay, it's allowing me to share it.
No problem.
All right. I'm going to put this to my speakers. All right, listen to this about flat Earth. And for anyone out there who goes to church and reads the Bible, you don't know shit if you think that the Earth's not flat or you think that we live in a globe. Listen to this.
That's exactly what they did it for, mate, to create a division and to be able to teach the bits that they want and also keep, the true parts away from us. If you go to a church, I actually went to speak to a pastor twice in the last 3 years. I went for a coffee with both of them because I wanted to just ask a few questions. And I started to question things like evolution and to reiterate that God said in the Bible that the earth is a flat, stationary plane, only to be told that he doesn't believe this and to never mention this in church because none of the other members believe that either, even though it's in their holy book over 200 times. It says earth cannot be moved, it's built on foundations. So they just keep, they don't talk about the devil much, they don't talk about demons, much, and their interference with us in everyday life. When they say that, you're battling with demons, they literally are.
Amazing, mate. Amazing.
Did you hear that? Oh no, I hope you heard that because this guy's so wise. Did you hear that? Oh no, this is one of the things about live. I don't know if you really caught that. But yeah, it says in the Bible the Earth's flat. And I don't know why people are arguing it. It's not a globe, guys. Just like man didn't go to space. Space even real at this point? Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. We live in God's footstool, and it's, in Isaiah it mentions the circle of the earth. It does. Wasn't aware of that. Tomorrow is 2 years, 66 days since the first COVID death. Really? Pope Francis, the 266th Pope? It's 2 years, 2 weeks, and 2 days since Corona declared pandemic. Okay, Barry Bird, mate, I'm going to take that and I'll work with that. Thank you, Barry. Barry Bird, baby! Again, what if in regards to the Earth, it's not flat or circular and it's somewhere in between and we're arguing over something and it's the actual answer is not actually there. Water is level. I'm not going to get too deep into flat Earth. I've said this maybe 50 times now. I don't know enough about it. And there's other channels that focus purely on that. I just believe there's a creator, whether it's flat or whatever it is. Nazi NASA, yeah. Basically, all the Nazis from the war went to work for them. Saudi Arabia wins the World Cup, not a chance. Well, I guess there's always a chance if they qualify. Greece won the Euros, didn't they, back in the day? With a Sunday League team, basically. Somebody says they're walking upside down in Mongolia. Jonah was chilling inside a whale. The Jonas brothers. The Earth is not flat, guys. That seems to be a setup. I don't know. Could argue this all day. Barry Bird's doing some good work there. Flat Earth is a complicated topic. Of course it is. We're ever going to get to the bottom of it. I don't think you can find the answer within you either. I don't think you need to know either. I don't know how significant it is, other than we've maybe been lied to. What's your favorite cities in USA? Colorado's number 1. Number 2, Chicago. Number 3, LA. Not anymore from what I've heard, though. It's going downhill why everyone wants to leave. Where else have I been? Been all over. I'd say they're my top 3. Colorado's definitely number 1. People, warm-hearted. Everybody, well, not everybody, the majority of people I met were healthy. They're all on their bikes instead of driving everywhere. They're into nature, hiking, skiing. My first American girlfriend was from Colorado. Ooh. And I met her actually in LA, which is crazy. She was running for LMU, Loyola, which is hilarious, Jesuit. Loyola Marymount. And she was sponsored by Adidas. She was a track and field star at the university. And she would always get me free shoes, which I would then give to my mum. Because my mum's a marathon runner. She's a phenomenal athlete. God bless my mum. I spoke to her yesterday. Really want to get back and see her. She said she's going to try visit me in January, which I think is a good time to come with the weather here. There are so many references and examples of a dome in films, cartoons, and even textbooks and sports. Yeah, I know a lot of stadiums look like domes. The Simpsons movie with traps inside a dome. But again, the people that run the media lie to us daily. So if they're pushing the dome thing, if there's globes in every classroom, it makes me question it. That's my logic. What else we got? Yeah, Summit Big is going to happen on Saturday, tomorrow. Looking at Barry Bird's codes. Earth could be sitting on a giant jam roly-poly pudding, for all we know, as a Happy Face Man said. I don't think it matters at this point. They keep ridiculing flat Earth in soaps and films. They like to emphasize the opposites, hence they portray bad as good. That's what I mean. The media mock flat Earth and push it being a globe, which makes me think it's the other way around. That's my logic, because the Satanists do everything in reverse. You got Universal Studios where they have the big globe that they have to present to you. I don't know the answer to this. I don't know the answer to many things. But I do go against the mainstream narrative. That usually is where I get my answer from, and from within. Barry Bird, fasten your seatbelts tomorrow. It's Ghost, Flesh Ghost. It's because he's put some codes with 266, which is massive, with the Pope. Is there a verse? I don't think there is a verse with this. Verse 26:6. Okay, who anointed Jesus in Matthew 26? Simon. Jesus made a visit to the house of Simon the leper. Interesting. Kobe Bryant and LeBron were both drafted 26/6. 26th of June. I'll do about 15 more minutes. Got to respond to a lot of people, and I've got to prepare for this birthday party. What an honor it is to be hired to coach for somebody's birthday party. What an honor, seriously. Could have had anything. And he picked me. I'm not going there as a clown either, baby. All right. How much do you think astrology and cosmology play a role in our lives? I think... I don't know. I don't know about space and planets, but it seems astrology is huge with the moon and the sun and the cycles. I think I would say a lot. How do you care about an abstraction you were never meant to comprehend when there are children being preyed and joked on in broad daylight? That's true. Too many people focusing the energy on, is the earth flat, rather than the fact that there's people pushing for a new world order. We're getting freedoms and liberties taken from us. The education system is to indoctrinate. We're lied to every day by the mainstream. Why are people not worried about these things? The emotional, mental, sexual abuse that goes on daily. Oh no, but is the earth flat? Does it really help us grow, even if we got the answer? I don't think so. That's a very good point, that somebody just said. Vicky's saying it's inside of us, again, regarding God. The woke still busy chasing their tails. Yeah, that's true. If there's such a flat earth, then what happens when you reach the edge or corner? I don't know. I don't care either. Space is fake, again, very possible. It might be just something they've created, but I don't know. I don't really like the whole thing with zodiac signs and star signs, and I don't know about that. I don't know. I've not studied it enough, but there's a guy called Rambo who's a phenomenal decoder. He always talks about astrology and the things he finds simply out of this world. He convinces me to have respect for astrology with the work he does. So shout out to you, Rambo. I forgot the name of his page. If somebody can help me with that, please, because his work needs to be shared. Moon landing was a 3-hour rabbit hole. Yeah, moon landing was an absolute joke. What a joke that was. I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's just laughable. If you still believe in that, then there's no hope for you. Mohammed, how are you doing, mate? It doesn't matter if the earth is flat or not. I still got to pay my bills. That's brilliant. Oh, God, mate, Mohammed, that's got to be an iconic quote. That is. It doesn't matter if the earth is flat or not. I still got to pay my bills regardless, Mohammed. What a quote, mate. It doesn't really mean a lot at this point, does it? Sometimes at my job, and I think of the thousands of people suffering due to government crimes in the moment, people are selfish. Yeah. Don't want to focus too much attention to negativity, but I get your point. These governments, they've controlled our mind, the minds of the masses. So I govern means control, and ment means mind. Government, mind control. I definitely need this chair, guys. My back feels like it's going to snap. I feel like, I don't know. Oh, my God. I feel like somebody stone cold stunned me. Then I've been given a choke slam from hell and a rock bottom, people's elbow. And I don't know. What other moves have you got? Frog splash from Eddie Guerrero. Come on, throw some wrestling moves at me here. My ankle's still struggling, like Ken Shamrock got me in an ankle lock. Or Kurt Angle. Feel like I've been F5'd, baby. My back's messed. Oh. Guys, it's time to start revealing the deception and the lies. Pedigree, yeah, I feel like Triple H has pedigreed me. 3D from the Dudley Boys. Yeah, the Truth Codes. The Last Ride. Rambo's channel's called The Truth Codes. Please give him a sub, whatever it is, a follow, whatever you want to call it. How else do I feel? I feel like Chris Masters has got me in the master lock and I can't get out of it. If you know who he was, I met him in Los Angeles, actually. The guy was massive. Absolutely huge. What do you think about Italy? I did a video about it, mate. It was a sacrifice for them winning the Euros. It could also mean the end of COVID as well, to an extent, because Italy was the first country in Europe to be hit by coronavirus. So maybe this whole thing's over, hopefully. That'll be over when the majority stop consenting and believing it. That's the only time maybe it'll be completely over. When people say, no, this is a load of shit now, stop. Instead of fighting each other, we'll unite with each other. Chicken and doner kebab is Masonic. I'd love a kebab now, although I'm not that hungry after what I had for breakfast. I had a big breakfast. I wonder who decided on the symbolism, arrangement, interpretation, astrology, and cosmology. Was there text or council that formed eons ago? Were there others that were discarded? I think what they've done is got sacred text, sacred knowledge, and infiltrated it and rewritten it and added to it. Like, I don't know, they've been given the recipe and they've changed it. Just like the Bible. Yeah, the cobra, maybe the sock. What was Mick Foley's? Mr. Socko. That's what YouTube's trying to do to me. Mr. Socko, put a sock in my mouth and shut me up. But I'll grab that sock and boom, headbutt, elbow, DDT. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Illusion wins, baby. He retains his Intercontinental Championship. I feel like Dolph Ziggler's giving me a famouser as well on the back of my neck. That's not good. I'd get a massage. Maybe I'll get a massage tomorrow. Maybe I will. The Styles Clash. The Styles Clash, man. Sometimes I wake up in the morning because I lay on my stomach sometimes. I wake up, my face is all smashed. It feels like I've been given the Styles Clash. AJ Styles, baby. Throwing up the diamond when he does that on his gloves. I see what you're doing, AJ. Your female name. You got CM Punk's husband, aka wife, AJ Lee, whatever. That little girl. Well, she's not a little girl, really, but it's a bloke. Like all the wrestlers are blokes. The mandible claw. Oh, God, this is good. I always say I get into wrestling in my lives. It was a big part of my life. What about a Hogan leg drop? The worst finishing move in history. The Hogan leg drop. Horrific. What do you think about Stone Cold Steve Austin returning to the ring after 19 years? Just part of the 19-year cycle, mate. They love that. 3:16, like John 3:16, the biblical verse, just mocking us. After he did the thing and became Austin 3:16, that's when his career kicked off. So he probably did all sorts of sacrificing. 619, that's the dialing code for San Diego. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. Rey Mysterio, baby. Sweet Chin Music. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy, boy toy. He had his own theme song. He actually sang his own theme song, Shawn Michaels. What about the figure 4 leg lock? What was Hitman Hart's? Oh, what was that one? What was Bret the Hitman Hart's? How have I forgot this? Oh, man. Come on, somebody help me with that. I don't know how I forgot that. He chops the legs up. He chops the legs up in a knot. The sharpshooter. The sharpshooter. Yeah. The diamond death drop. This is brilliant. Oh, God, I still laugh at this stuff. People have to wake up at some point. I was a normie, got injured on second, and here I am. Yeah, people will wake up in their own time. I just got 3 likes taken off me talking about... maybe it was my impersonation of Shawn Michaels. Maybe I deserved it. Lennox Lewis dated Serena Williams, and his wife is former Miss Jamaica. Anyone who's Miss Jamaica or Miss this or Miss Universe, Miss Invert, they're men. Screw these celebs. They're sick in the head. They're lost. They're soulless. No respect for them at all. I don't care about the talent at this point because they're possessed by demons. It's not even them. I like watching normal, natural, talented people, live bands, watching people like do tricks on the street. I give them tips. That's what happens in Mexico. I love going to like theater every now and again, but local theater to support people. Scorpion Deathlock, baby. Is that Sting? What does Sting do when he throws them in the corner? The Stinger Splash or something, I think it's called. The Stinger Splash. Imagine one of them. What about Yokozuna or Rikishi when the fat bastards sit on you? That's probably the worst one. Yokozuna just sat on you. Like, fuck, mate, get off me, you fat twat. Can't breathe. Get off. He was huge, Yokozuna, 500 pounds. What about the Big Show? The Big Show. He could move, that guy, man. That guy could move for his size. I'll tell you that. Mr. Jamaica, that's a good one. Bob Backlund was so bad. I know Bob Backlund won so many titles and he was shit. He had no rapport with the audience, but they always go on about what an incredibly talented technician he was. It's what they do for shit wrestlers. Like, well, not shit wrestlers. The ones that don't get over with the fans, they just say they're technically gifted. Some of them, the one who was the most technically gifted who got over with the fans, you got Bret the Hitman Hart, Daniel Bryan, he got over with the fans, technically gifted. Benoit was just, he didn't really get over. He was just technically gifted. William Regal was technically gifted, kind of got over. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh. The Stink Face by Rikishi. Sticks his fat, stinky ass in your face. Oh, man. Oh, God. Walls of Jericho. Break the walls down. Jericho's an invert. He's the lead singer of Judas, for fuck's sake. How much more do you want to know him being a Satanist? He's the lead singer of a band called Judas. Oh, he had a song called Judas. I don't know which one it is. I don't care about him. I think he had a song called Judas. I think his band's called Fozzy, actually. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't care. Dusty Rhodes, the Bionic Elbow, baby. Hey, I'm Dusty Rhodes. I'm going to hit you with the Bionic Elbow, baby. What about the Crossroads by his son, Cody? That was actually deep. That's a decent move, to be fair. It's a decent move. Yeah, Fozzy's the band, I thought, yeah. But he had a song called Judas. The Powerbomb by Big Van Vader. He's been in movies as well, which shows you he's a Mason. Basically, wrestling is a giant production, movie, circus. What about, hey, Chico, there's a Ramon. I don't know why I just sounded like I was from India. Hey, Chico. And what was his move? The Razor's Edge. Get him on there and just boom. What you doing, Chico? My name's Razor Ramon. Rambo's site. Somebody said it. Let me find it. Oh. Well, you need 3 booster shots in Trinidad and Tobago. That's where, is that where your boy Dwight York was from, who was dating Jordan, who was a bloke? Remember that? Dwight York, who won the treble with United. York and Cole. Crossbody by Randy Savage off the top turnbuckle, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Macho Man. What a character he was. What was the fucking Ultimate Warriors move? He sat banging the ropes. Did he just jump on people, didn't he? Didn't he just jump on them? That might be worse than Hulk Hogan's leg drop. I think Ultimate Warrior, did he do a frog splash, but not off the ropes? He was so intense. I am the Ultimate Warrior, and I will live forever. That was his closing speech, and then he died a few days after. How convenient. I've got a really good impression, guys. Sorry, I'll stop talking about wrestling, but this is pretty funny. The Gorilla Press. What about The Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction? Come on, man. So satanic. So I'm going to do my Paul Bearer. Get ready for this. What about, by the way, CM Punk, Freemason, Go to Sleep, whatever his thing was called. GTS, is it? All right, listen, I'm going to do... Owen Hart never died, by the way. He never died. That was bullshit. All right, here we go. Here we go. Paul Bearer. This is the urn, okay? I always bring out my trusty candle. Oh, it's the apple pie one. I still have it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hey, somebody says that depressed in the comments. This is going to make you laugh if you know who Paul Bearer is. And if you don't, you can Google him. Okay. 3, 2, 1. The Undertaker! Come on, please tell me that made you laugh. I just nearly stopped breathing. Who's this? I just nearly stopped breathing doing that. That was fucking brilliant. 2:04 on the clock when I did that. Trump plays the Undertaker theme at his rallies. Do you know that Undertaker in Gematria gets you 2:01? It's pretty hilarious. Okay, Vicky liked the Paul Bearer one. That is one of my favorites. I think I nailed the Paul Bearer. If you haven't heard of that guy, please. I think I've got that bang on. Freemasonry is humanism. Yeah, because we're not humans. We're spirits. Adam's a legend for that. Thank you. Guys, I'm 35 years old and I'm still doing impressions of Paul Bearer. Just brilliant, isn't it? To be honest. Vince McMahon. Fort God, yeah. Very nice Paul Bearer. Guys, look at the WW. Turn it sideways, it's 33. WWE. But it was WWF and they changed it. From Federation to Entertainment. Okay. All right, I think are we good there? I've done 2:06. So the guy who said you're too impressed, mate, you can do things about that. That's up to you. If you want to be depressed and continue to be depressed, that's your decision. Okay? I see people who have next to nothing in this materialistic world and they're incredibly happy people because they chose to be happy. So snap out of it, brother, if you're depressed. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Bobby Heenan, Paul Bearer, Paul E. Dangerous, and Paul Heyman. Best heel managers in wrestling. Yeah. Yeah, I think probably Bobby Heenan was the best as a heel, to be honest. Everything these guys do is a spell, yeah. Language is a spell. That's why you have spelling. But you can break spells. You can break the spells, guys. You can break them by being aware of the magic, by accepting that magic exists instead of laughing it off like it only exists in Disney movies. That's a trap. Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's got to be on the list, hasn't he? Jimmy Hart. I'm Jimmy Hart. Yeah, he was the manager of Hogan, wasn't he? He was annoying, which is a good sign. If you're a heel, if you annoy people like The Miz annoys people because he's naturally annoying. They don't even try. Space Cowboy, I'm glad that I've helped you, mate. It's why I do what I do, mainly to inspire and help people, even to my own detriment at times, but it's worth it to me, so I'll keep doing it. What's things that make you laugh? Yeah, so I know the entertainment industry is run by Satanists, but there's still a lot that makes me laugh. So I'll watch it. I mentioned the other week, The In-Betweeners. I still watch the best bits. Makes me laugh. The Office makes me laugh. Carl Pilkington makes me laugh. Whether they are, whatever we say these people are, they make me laugh. So I'll occasionally watch clips on YouTube because I don't have TVs. I hang out with people that make me laugh. I have phone calls with people that make me laugh. It's so important. The Lita Salt, yeah, the Lita Moon Salt bloke. Advice for people who have lost a loved one. Oh, man. Just know that they're probably going to a better place, that they're always going to be with you. Cherish the good times with them. Realize nothing lasts forever on this realm. Speak to them. Speak to them. Honor them. Like we have Dia de Muertos in Mexico. We honor the dead. We listen to the music they liked. We eat the food that they like. We talk to them. We write poetry to them. Call it weird? I don't think it's weird at all. So you will lose loved ones, but just believe that they go to a better place. And again, people will always say, I never got to say goodbye. I wish I would have done this and that. Well, a bit of inspiration now here. Whilst you're alive and you're around people that you love, just see them as often as you can. There's going to be stuff that prevents that. Work. But the other stuff, sports and TV, is not things that you need in your life. Those 2 hours watching a TV show, you could be hanging out with your family, making dinner together, playing sports together, just having beautiful conversations. And that's my advice to you if you lose a loved one. Don't let it break you. Would they want that to happen? Would the deceased person want you to be sad every day? No. I've said when I die, celebrate my life. Don't mourn my death. Baby! I'm going to do it one more time just before I go here. I'm going to do the pallbearer because people love this. I'll do it one more time. Again, we're talking about laughter. This makes me laugh. Dogs are amazing. But again, you lose a dog and it's the end of the world, or it feels like it, and then you get a new dog. You never forget about the old one, but the new one you get, you fall in love with that as well. Just share as much love as you can with as many people as you can. Simple as that. All right, here we go. Work on improving your core, physical core, lift weights. If you'll see a positive change. Yeah, I work out every day and it makes me feel good. I've got my bike now. I'm going to be cycling most days. I'm out on the field coaching, kicking a ball around. It does make you feel good, guys, exercising. When I got the beach exercise and people look at me, I start squatting and doing planks. It's like, look at him showing off on the beach. No, I'm not showing off. You don't have to look at me. I'm not showing off. Like, stop with your bullshit. Just because you sat there doing fuck all, that's fine as well. What, you showing off your tan? Right, here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. The Undertaker! Okay. If you're depressed, exercise or read a book, you'll feel better, bro. Trust me. One more thing. Don't watch porn. Yeah. Avoid porn. Anything that's free is not really free, is it? So yeah, find the things you love. Do them as often as you can. Share your abilities with other people. Spread positivity and love. By you doing that, you're helping other people. Even if they're oblivious to it, you're helping them because it's frequencies. By you being depressed, brother, you're affecting my frequency, man. You're completely putting it down on my life, brother. So yeah, stop being depressed, mate, because it's a mindset. Just like happiness is a mindset. Figure it out. Be aware of the power of the mind. I mention it in my book. You might be aware of it. A lot of people are not. When I start speaking to people about psychology, like, wow, I never thought about it like that. It's powerful, guys. Your subconscious, your conscious, your mind, your thoughts dictate your reality. That's why you can't define reality, because reality is perception. We all have different views on what reality is. There's no universal reality, I think. Maybe one day there will be if we're all completely conscious and aware and on the same page, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. Okay. Clau wants me to do my Greta. Let me find a speech. I won't just do the how dare you. I'm not going to do the whole speech because it's too long, but I really like Clau. Okay, let me find a speech at the UN climate. All right, where does she start? All right, I'll do a bit of it. Clau, this is for you. Because the fact that it's a sunny day, I don't know what time it is in England now. What is it, like 6 or something, 6:15? I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do this for you. Do I ever get threats doing what I'm doing? Yeah, a few. Nobody's risked to take my life or anything. But yeah, I've had people threaten me. I don't care. I see it as a badge of honor. Bring it on. Yeah, people have threatened me. Well, no, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. All right, Greta, here we go. This is for you, Clau. Right, I've not done this for a while. My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. But I got my private jet here, and I care so much about the environment That's not in the transcript, by the way. Yet you all come to us as young people for hope. How dare you! You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you! I'm not going to do the rest, but oh my God. Oh, I'm almost in tears. My throat's gone there. I've got this weird sensation in my hands doing that. Oh, the neighbors. Wait, the neighbors. The neighbors just opened the door. Guys, I need a glass of water after that. Give me a moment. I know I said I was going to go 5 minutes ago, about 30 minutes ago. I need a glass of water. My throat hurts after that. The pallbearer and the dreader in the same life. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. How dare you, baby? I apologize when I laugh so much at my own stuff, but it makes me laugh sometimes. It's not my ego. It just sometimes I make myself laugh. There's nothing wrong with that as well, guys. You can make yourself laugh. Oh my goodness. Somebody said I should be doing stand-up. I've said I'm probably funnier than most comedians. They're not even funny, half of them. They're really not funny. And they're not naturally funny. They're reading from scripts. People are writing the jokes for them. Yeah, my voice is going to get destroyed, especially if I'm going to be coaching for 2 hours. I give a lot of energy when I coach. Somebody says they don't have a girlfriend and they're happy. You don't need a girlfriend to be happy. You don't need a husband or wife to be happy. If it happens, great, and you find that connection, great. But too many people are searching for connection. You will automatically find it if you work on yourself. Got to make yourself happy. Don't let someone define it for you. Yeah, it's hard to define happiness. It comes from within. I'm fighting for what they did to my mother, the Freemasons. Keep fighting, Brody. Bless you, Adam. Did I sneeze? I'm joking, Cloud. Thank you. That was the best. Did a bloke threaten you? Yeah. I've had all sorts of people threaten me and call me out and say, if you keep doing this, this is going to happen to you. Nothing's happened so far. And I don't think it will. And I'm just standing up for my beliefs. I'll keep doing that the day I die. Oh, I'm not going to have somebody threaten me and if you keep doing that, this is going to happen to you. Okay, let's see. See what happens, baby. Where's your urn? I've got this as an urn, but I think this could be a better one. This is a better urn. Let me see if Paul Bearer said anything else, like other than The Undertaker. Did he do any speeches? I think he just basically says like The Undertaker. The image of him is absolutely hilarious. Let me have a look. Did he say anything? What a big Mason, though. Paul Bearer. No, I think that's it, The Undertaker. I think I've done enough Paul Bearer for the day. I don't think you can have too much Paul Bearer, though. Your neighbors, I think my neighbors are going to eventually complain about me. I've told you, I've got up before like 2 a.m. and wrote lyrics to a song and then performed it. I scream random things like The Undertaker and recite the transcript of Greta's speech, which people believe that she wrote herself. when it was the United Nations that wrote it for her, or him, or it, or the robot, whatever Greta is, related to Hitler. There was a few times where people have banged on my door during my life, or at least banged on the wall, and I continued to do what I do because I can't stop sometimes. I do what my spirit tells me. So even when people are saying, like, be quiet, I'm like, okay, I'll try. And then a minute later, I'm like, the Undertaker! Like, oh my God, did he just really do that again? Yeah, I'm not hurting anybody, am I? It's fucking hilarious. Thanks, Adam, for the laughs and positivity. See you later, mate. Have a great weekend. Do you ever chat with Zach Hubbard? Yeah, we've chatted 3 or 4 times on the phone. And all the conversations were good that I've had with him. But I don't know. He said loads of good things about me, so many good things about me, and he's called me out to be arrogant, cocky, a liar, plagiarizing his work, said all sorts of stuff. I've called him out to be a shill, to be a deceiver, to spread negativity. We've done that, and I just say good things about him now. He said good things about me, and I've said if he wants to say anything bad about me, let him do it. I won't react to him anymore. If he says good things, cheers. It won't go to my head. Yeah, shout out to any young people in the live. Learning this knowledge is difficult. It was hard for me at 33, so processing it at like 20 is impressive. I'll try to help you on that journey, but it's your journey. Remember that. People can guide you on your journeys, but they can't walk it for you. We're on a mission here. Go take a break if you need a feel. I will go soon. Paul Bear was reputedly a real mortician before joining the wrestling industry. He was. That is true. I saw Pact as deceivers, in my opinion, yes. It's just whether they're completely aware of it. Like people said, these inverts, they're not deceivers. It's like, well, if they're pretending to be the opposite sex, intentionally pretending, then they are deceiving. They know what they're doing. Unless they actually believe they are like organically male or female, then they're not deceiving. So I don't know. I think we're being deceived and lied to. You need a bit of red sunburn, Adam, and you can do Brother Love. Oh, how did he sound? How did Brother Love sound? He was like eccentric, wasn't he? What about Hulk Hogan? Just typical. Now let me tell you something, brother. That's all he would do. And then he became an icon. He was a shit wrestler. His matches were shit. He'd just shout, let me tell you something, brother. That's all he would say. And he got to the top of the industry. With his what? How big was his pythons, his biceps? Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, I think he once shit himself in the ring or he farted and nearly knocked somebody out. It was that bad. I read that. Who was that? I think it was against Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake. And he was up against Andre the Giant, and Andre the Giant farted on him. Jake the Snake. He'd always have his snake around his neck. I remember when the snake bit Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, shit. He bit Randy Man. He actually bit him. A snake bit the Macho Man. Also, Joe, England versus the West Indies cricket match yesterday. What happened? Yeah, 20. That's what it was. 24-inch pythons for Hogan. 24, like Kobe's number. Something with that number. I know numerology gets you 6. It was North Macedonia, Mandela working quickly. 67th ranked team beats the 6th ranked. Add up those numbers, you get 73. The amount of years Elizabeth was married to Philip. I think we call it a day there, don't we? I think I've said my bit here. I think I've made you laugh along the way. I've told you how we're all one, that God's within us. That we don't need to be afraid of these people who are acting like God. They're just actors, replicating God. God's in control, guys. And the closer we get to him, the more glorious this world will be. It'll go back to how he probably designed it in the first place. He needs us to find him. He's not just going to flip the switch. We need to get closer to him collectively. Whatever religion you believe in, just believe that a God or the creator is within you, whatever his name is. How do you think someone will alleviate shyness? Oh, okay, shyness is just about increasing your confidence, trying to get better at things. Because the more confident you are, the less shy you are, in my opinion. Shyness is... Are you born shy? I don't know. Introverted, extroverted? I think I'm an extrovert. But there's times where I am an introvert. Depends on how I'm feeling. I would just say, take chances. If you're shy, take chances. There are times where you're afraid to speak. See how it feels. You'll grow from it. It's like when you're giving presentations. A lot of people, they find it to be daunting. And then they do it and they do well and then they love it. It's like karaoke. People are so scared to get up and sing. And when they do, and they perform well and they get some people clapping, or it wasn't as bad as they thought, I want to sing again. I want to sing next. Can you put me next? Because they overcame their shyness. So take chances. The worst thing that can happen is that you embarrass yourself. And then it's a learning experience. That's how I would overcome shyness. I've never been really shy, to be honest with you, thankfully. But you can overcome anything in this world. Is Lizzie leaving May the 20th? I believe so. I believe so. I think Queen Elizabeth dies that day, and maybe she doesn't. But my whole thing a while ago was that she goes at 96, and then I decoded the exact date to hopefully wake more people up if it happens. But she's not getting to 97, and I'd be shocked if she goes before April the 21st when she's 96. I'll be shocked. But the Queen's probably already dead anyway. Decades ago. No, my pleasure, Bodhi. My pleasure, Almog. I'm glad that I always make you smile. That's why I do what I do. Main reason, and to share knowledge. All right, guys. I'm gonna go because I don't stop, do I? 2 hours, 27 minutes, 227, the 49th prime. Prince Philip died on 4/9 at age 99, the 99th day of the year. I think 227 is a good time for me to go. It is. Revelation gets you 49, and a lot is being revealed, guys. Enjoy it. Keep growing. Keep working hard to help other people grow as well. And together, guys, we'll bring down this beast system and we will create our own. We will. I can feel it. And it's beautiful. All right. Much love to you all. Take care. Head's hurting a bit. But we'll leave you with this. Thank you. Fuck.